Somebody, you out there? You hear me? What's going on? All right. Keith Singleton. I am the author of a math book called POOXM. I know what you're thinking. Not a math book. I'm not interested in math, Keith. I'm not good at math. I'm going to tell you right now, you're wrong. You are good at math. You do math all the time. You do math when you're going to work, when you have to face traffic. You got to figure out how long it's going to take you to get there, how long it's going to take you in traffic, when you get to work, when you should get up. For you guys and gals who go to the gym, you're trying to figure out the same calculations. You're trying to figure out how many reps you're going to be doing, what time is it on the chart, how many miles you're running, how many reps you're getting in. You're constantly doing math. You're doing math and going shopping. I know y'all go shopping. Everybody goes shopping, right? When you're dealing with shopping, you go into the cashier and that cashier ring you up and tell you some amount that you didn't calculate when you first got to the cashier. You've done the calculation in your mind. You're constantly doing math. When you get your paycheck at the end of the week or 2 weeks or whatever, a month, and you're looking at that paycheck, and if it don't add up from all the hours that you work, you're doing the math. So you're doing math all the time. You're math exhausted. You're tired of math. I get it, right? And I hate to bring this to you. I made a discovery. Back in school, we were taught how to do multiply negative numbers, right? Pretty much two negative numbers. Everybody's been taught in school, I get it, that two negative numbers is positive. It is a little bit correct. A little bit, I need to get you back up to speed. It will eventually get more positive, right? It doesn't start out that way. And I address that in my book, POOXM. POOXM is a book that shows you how we multiply and negative numbers and positive numbers that have a negative multiplier the correct way. For example, in the subtitle of the book, POOXM means point of origin times multiplier, is basically -3 times a -4 equals a +6, not 12. And the reason for that equation is that that was the equation that was on the board that the teacher challenged me when I was in school, and I challenged her on it. So it's kind of sentimental to me. So, making this long story short, the way I come up with it is that I came to discover that multiplication is not only a function of addition or an association of addition, it is also an association of subtraction. So when I subtract the numbers, the 4 times, right, I get +6. Now, I know you was in school, you were told to, when you're dealing with negative numbers, two negative numbers, that you change the sign, right? And when you change the sign, it changes the equation. It's no longer two negative numbers, it's two positive numbers, right? I deal with the negative numbers in place, and I figured it out. When the multiplier is a negative number, it is a association of subtraction, or a function of subtracting. You subtract the numbers. Just for you to have something in your calculator to see that I'm not just blowing smoke or just trying to, sell a book. I'm not. I'm trying to get you educated. Is that you can use your calculator right now. If you got a calculator right now that has a little button on it, has a plus and minus on it, and you can do an experiment for me, right? I say that -3 times a -2 is 0. And you can do this in your calculator. And my workout math is -3 minus a -3. And how I do that in the calculator is, first I press the number, then I press that little button with that plus or minus sign, then I hit the minus sign button on the calculator, hit the 3 number again, hit that sign button again, that plus or minus sign at the bottom, and then hit equal. And you'll see that it comes to 0. It's no magic trick. You're doing it. I'm not tricking your calculator. You're doing it yourself. This is a video. And then people say, he's controlling you by video. I must be a heck of a musician if I can do that. And you know that's not the truth. Again, you'll find out that the math is solid. I have put it out there to the math community. Um, and just to be honest, I have a silent radar, right? So what I did is I went to two teachers directly, and they validated the math. They said that they can't dispute it. We might have been doing this wrong. But because of tenure at their institutions, I will not announce their names or pronounce their names. Um, when you get the book, you'll be glad you got the book, either for yourself or somebody else. If you want to do that, you can get the book at POOXM.com. That is POOXM.com. You won't regret getting the book. I encourage you to get it. Um, I'm going to endeavor to get out here and meet and greet you all, in book tours and going to conferences. I'm excited for not just for me, but I'm excited for you because when I started looking at the world differently and start doing stuff, it made math a lot more easier to stomach. So again, it's POOXM. It's the new math. POOXM, and like the young folks say, this math is mathin'.